Friendly greetings, I'm Torley Linden and welcome to another episode of Tips and Tricks, part of the Second Opinion, our newsletter for the friends and residents of Second Life. This time I'll be guiding you through more fun, applicable knowledge for living a happier Second Life. Please join me. Alrighty then, one thing I neglected to mention in the last episode was in addition to using Alt and the mouse to Alt zoom like that, you can also Alt and use the arrow keys. Movement keys, or you can also use WASD if that's your preference, like that, and it's super precise, and you can goes right in the cardinal directions to compare view, camera controls here, and you see, watch what lights up, see, the plus and the minus. If you hold Alt Control, then you orbit, see, that lights up again. I'm not touching it, you can touch it if you want, but that's slower, click, click, click. And remember, Alt, Control, Shift. Panning. There, precise, see? Just something else wonderful to keep in mind. Oh, what's that? Let's see. It's a watermelon. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Hello! We're at Stellar Sunshine's Magic Beanstalk, which is incidentally one of the oldest builds in all of Second Life. Come and check it out. This is a tip to watch this. Jump. Oh, how am I doing that? How am I doing that? How am I doing that? It's very simple. Hold down the space bar. Slow your motion while you fall. And on top of that, you can hold other keys. Watch yourself go down. Doo-doo-doo. Yep. Just floating, floating, floating. Let go of space. There you go. What's also nice about this is holding down space will slow down your motion. If you hold down space and try to move, walk, see, going very slow. It's really, really good if you're doing group shots, photography, and you don't have pose balls and you want to get really near to someone, but you don't want to bump them like that. So hold down space and arrow keys or WASD. One more fun thing. If you crouch, I use the page down key, and then you tap the forward movement key. I use up arrow. Roar! I'm Melonzilla. I'm in your night, making you light. Edit menu, preferences, advanced graphics tab, and nighttime brightness goes down to 0, so you can get the best contrast possible. You can already see as a cel-shaded cartoon avatar. I am quite light in the dark. This doesn't look quite right. Not that it's supposed to, but you can enhance it. Watch this. Right click, create, and then you want to make any sort of new prim. You can make it full bright, just like I am. But we're going to do this. Features tab, light, and I like to make the radius 20, fall off to 0, and sort of a spirit of traditional car lamps and whatnot. Hue 50, so it's got an orangish tone. Next, attach it. Head, mouth. Mouth, come on. Oh, there we go. Not only do I have a light, you will see it moves with me, like the call of Cthulhu. Oh, in the darkness, so suspenseful. Now, the benefit of personal light is you can have these great effects at dark. You can hang out with friends at a campfire. It looks really great to just have a light help you find your way. A flashlight if you're traveling to Second Life's mines or simulated tunnels and things of that nature. Right on. Now, of course, the other thing is you may not want to be stuck with a block in your face like that. As I've done before, go to texture, and if you have a totally transparent texture, transparent, that should be out here. Transparent. Yeah, there we go. And then you won't see it unless you go to view and highlight transparent or Control Alt T. Like that. Show hide it. And there you go. And you just ride around now, and you're not chewing on the giant block. Oh, the journey continues. Dun, dun, dun. Teleport in, cha-cha-cha. Do you know about click actions? They can make your Second Life a lot easier. They're kind of underrated, I think. So, what you do, inventory, I'm looking for my basic chair. Oh, one's in trash, I just pull this one up. Come on, there we go. We got a chair. Normally, you know, to sit, you right click and you sit here like it says. Okay. You want to make it even simpler? Use the click actions. Edit. Right under the General tab at the bottom. You see where it says when left clicked? Yeah, change the default to sit on object. And, oh, single click does it. You see, you notice how it changes to a director chair icon too? Ooh, spazzy. Click. And I'm fully seated. Oh, I got my cart there. You can also do this to vehicles. If you have a vehicle that's modifiable and doesn't need a touch dialogue, when you click on it, one of those choices things, you can make use of click actions too. Watch this. Sit on object. And same thing. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Yays around. Oh, I'm a bad driver. Oh, well, oh no. Luckily, this isn't Grand Theft Auto. There's this wall. And it makes use of the click action, set something for sale, because when you just hover your mouse, there's a Linden $sign, and you click on it, you can buy it like that. It's easier in terms of feature discoverability than, you know, right-clicking and whatever, because a new resident, our dear new Resis, aren't not going to know how to do that intuitively off the bat. That one is general and buy object. So, got it set for sale for a simple 10 Linden dollars. It's a good price. Buy object. And you'll see with my cube, I'll call it something like Happy Buy Cube. Yeah! And Happy Buy Cube. Ah, see? Linden $sign, click it. I can buy it for myself, which I will proceed to do. Cha-ching! It's super positive follow cam time! And in case you've never heard of follow cam before, don't be surprised. I'm not surprised. I did a Google search for it. My personal website ends up #1. That's not right. Someone else has got to get that. Okay, here's what you do. You notice you observe when you're walking, the camera goes a certain angle behind you, you can control the distance. There's not much else. Well, with follow cam, it's a series of scripting calls which allow you to change this. And it's too cool for words. Don't take my word for it. Okay, you don't need to be a scripter because graciously Dan Linden has provided me with this follow cam script. So I just drag this onto myself, or you can right click and attach it. Watch what it does. Camera permissions have been taken. It's an invisible cube. You click on your back. A dialog box will come up. And you can select, okay, if you like old 2D action games like Ikari Warriors, for example, you pick the overhead cam. Watch this. Oh, and how you're walking. Yeah. Yep. You want to change that? You want something else? You want something more like a special side cam to give you a lateral view of yourself. Watch this. Oh, I'm looking beside myself, and I'm not in mouse look. I just move my mouse wheel back though. I click myself again, and I could do. There's a crazy one, Spaz Cam. It's just for fun. Watch for this. Oh, yeah, can't walk. Oh, figure. Oh, dang it. That's crazy. Okay, we've still got the follow cam attachment strapped on. This is what we can do next. I was thinking of classic adventure games like King's Quest from Sierra or Monkey Island from LucasArts. If you click on your back again, trap toggle. It'll auto-focus to always center your avatar as you walk. So watch what it does. Pardon the spam. Ooh. It'll always make sure I'm centered. Although this is a bit difficult sometimes from some angles. Watch as I walk off into the street. Okay, now it's like going from screen to screen, just like in those classic games. Pardon the spam, and I click myself again and I turn trap toggle off. Now watch what happens. I can walk around, the camera is not moving, it's fixed on the scene. This is really utilitarian, it has a lot of uses for machinima, for example. You want to create a still scene without needing another person to film you. You can do it by yourself, as I'm doing right here. Walk towards the screen. Whoa! Well, walked off, and then I can come back. And if you ever want it off, you just turn the camera back off. It's so easy with the presets on this thing. You can click spin cam. Now this is really wonderful for a lot of MTV videos. If you see the band jamming and the camera spinning around, this automates it. So you don't have to worry about manually spinning your cam. Let follow cam do the work for you. There, see? And it doesn't have more presets in the more area, but you can add if you're a scripter. what you can do is, one of the easiest ways to get involved with follow cam, just go into your inventory, go into library, go into objects. There's a free vehicle which I showed earlier, the cart. Pull that out. It's very cinematic. As you can see when you just ride it like that. How it moves the camera. Whoa. Crazy stuff. Fun. And just stand up. Okay. Watch out. Whoa. Whee. Right click, edit. Now have a look in the content, the script. Right near the top, you'll see these are the follow cam parameters, just fancy word for settings. You can change various ones, like for example, if I set the pitch to 80, and then I saved, compile, and it would change that pitch when next time you get in there. I have a green one expressly for demonstrating this, just because it's so cool. Where is it? Objects, modified follow cam. Okay, so this is just what I did with that one, and I just write it. And you'll notice it follows from more atop now, not so much from behind or the side as it looks for me from the top. You notice that? Okay. Now, stand up. Watch this. Edit, again, cart. Now, make that really low, say 45. Save again. Wait for it to recompile. I know this isn't as accessible as real time, but you can still get a good idea of what I'm doing here just by watching this. Save complete, and here we go, riding again. Now you're gonna get kind of a low rider view. We're low riders. See? Now it no longer goes from the top. Low rider. Stand up, and there's, whoa, get launched. Remember, there's all sorts of things you can change, so go to that LSL wiki page and just learn the parameters, experiment with them, see what each one of them does. For example, you start changing false to true, and change the camera position to true. You end up with some pretty nutty stuff sometimes that gets it fixed. I bet I'm gonna run right out of the frame. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ride. Oh, I'm getting away! Thank you graciously for watching another episode of Tips and Tricks in Second Opinion, our community newsletter. Bye-bye!